Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on 7 P's of marketing. Let us start with defining a service. A service is an activity or benefit that is offered by one party to another. Services can also be defined as the actions, processes, and performance of a brand. It is mostly intangible and does not result in the transfer of ownership. Examples of service sectors include information technology, hospitality, legal, healthcare, banking, airlines, logistics, education, tourism, insurance, and telecom. Now let's understand service marketing mix. 7 P's. Services are extremely different from products. Therefore, while designing a service, marketing concepts such as marketing mix needs to be revised for effective publicity. The service marketing mix is chiefly governed by the 7 P's of marketing, which are product, price, place, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. Now let's understand each of them with suitable examples. Let's start with product. A service product is a bunch of features and customer benefits. According to Dr. Philip Kotler, a marketer requires to examine through the following 5 levels of a service product, starting with the first, core product, basic product, expected product, augmented product, and potential product. These 5 levels of the product are called customer value hierarchy. Let us quickly understand product levels with the example of a 5-star hotel. Let's start with the core product. The core product is the very purpose behind the existence of the hotel service. In this case, it would be rest and sleep. Next is basic product. It refers to how a marketer translates the core benefit into a service package. Example, hotel room, bed, bathroom, towels, and Wi-Fi. Expected product. It refers to the set of qualities customers normally expect while buying a service. Example, clean bed, fresh towels, 24/7 coffee shop, swimming pool, spa, and smartphone key entry. It is important to note that expected product means that when a customer is paying for a room at a 5-star hotel, this is something that is expected in his mind because at the same price, he would get the same benefits at a different hotel. Now talking about smartphone as a key, which has become an expected benefit. Smartphone as a key can surely no longer be deemed as experimental or early stage technology after showing presence for almost a decade in the market. It was first launched in 2010 when IHG tested with an early version at many Holiday Inns. Over 1800 Marriott hotels extended mobile key as part of their digital guest experience, which included mobile check-in and check-out by 2019. Millions of tourists have experienced using their smartphone as a key to their hotel room. The brand anticipates having it available across all the 7,000 properties by the end of 2020. Next up is augmented benefits. At this stage, the service organizations face rigorous competition. Augmentation is the basic distinguishing factor for any service brand. Example, underwater hotels. The Conrad Maldives Rangali Island gives the guest a very thrilling experience of getting up close with the marine life and coral reefs at an underwater hotel, which additionally even has an underwater restaurant. The next example is choose your own room. Hilton's digital check-in service enables the guest to pick a room of choice before arrival, quite similar to selecting a seat on an airplane. It is important to know that each augmentation adds to the cost of the product or service. The augmented benefits quickly become the expected benefits for the customer. For instance, Wi-Fi 10 years back was an augmented benefit, but today Wi-Fi has finally become a basic product altogether. Next up is potential product. It includes finding new ways of pleasing customers. Example, wireless charging. In wireless charging, setup power is transmitted from a charging mat to any device such as a smartphone and headphones. This occurs when the device is placed on the mat. Next up, voice-activated control. Smart speakers like Amazon Alexa can be modernized to handle hotel-specific requests with a system like Ulora. These systems elevate the experience of the guest by allowing the use of voice commands to request services like room service or valet. And finally, smart mirrors. This advanced technology facility consolidates a TV screen and a guest room mirror. The guests are able to watch the news, check weather, or simply request hotel services while shaving or brushing teeth via a concierge-style function. Next, we move on to the element of price. Price refers to the value at which the seller offers a good or service to the buyer. It displays the value attached to the service by the service provider and must resemble the customer's perception of value. Value service providers offer a spectrum of services at different price levels to meet the needs of customer of varying target segments. Various services use offbeat terminology to indicate prices such as fees, interest, service charge, fare, toll, subscription fee, tariff, commission, rents, and premium. The table on the right is an indicative list of the different pricing terminologies. So now, before we move on to the next element of service marketing, please note, price is the only element in 7 Ps that gets revenue for the business. The remaining Ps only incur cost. The third element, place. The service element can also be recognized as distribution. The chief objective of distribution is to render services at the right time, right place, which is accessible to customers with ease and convenience. Service providers and customers engage in service production at a location. A customer-friendly environment and equipment help in customers' participation at the service distribution outlet. There are 3 categories of transaction and services. The first, customer calling contact. Customers are required to visit the service outlet to avail the service. Example, customers visiting McDonald's. Second, service firms calling customers. Here, customers do not require to leave their premises in order to avail the services. Example, Domino's delivering pizza at your home. Third, service provider and customer transact at arm's length. Customers in this type of transaction do not have a direct encounter with the service provider. Example, Netflix. The fourth element of promotion. Promotion cover all the endeavors of service organization to enhance the demand of their products in the market. Usually these efforts include advertising, sales promotion, publicity, personal selling, events, and direct marketing. Let's look at the promotional activity of Etihad Airways. The airline sponsors football, cricket, Grand Prix, and many other sporting events. Etihad Airways has been Manchester City FC's main partner. The club signed a 10-year deal with the airline for £400 million. As part of the deal, the airline sponsors the club stadium, jersey, and a stadium containing the club's new state-of-the-art training ground. Another example of service promotion is Byju's. Byju's is an Indian edutech giant which has sponsored the Indian cricket team. The contract is till March 2022. As part of the deal, the Byju's logo will be on the shirts of the Indian players, both men and women, in all 3 formats of the game. As part of the deal, Byju's would pay approximately $700,000 per match for bilateral series and approximately $230,000 per match for ICC-sponsored tournaments. So far, we have understood the traditional 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Now moving on to the additional 3 elements. Let's start with physical evidence. Physical evidence can be defined as a blend of tangible signs that help customers better understand the service. It involves tangible commodities that expedite service delivery. Physical evidence comprises of 2 parts: servicescape and tangibles. Servicescape incorporates ambient condition, space, function, sign, symbol, and artifacts. Tangible includes brochures, uniforms, letterhead, business card, equipments, report, and internet presence. Now let's look at an example of Etihad Airways' premium offering known as the Residence. The airline offers a luxury 3-room apartment in the sky. Accommodating up to 2 guests, it highlights an en-suite shower room, a private bedroom, and a separate living area, a VIP travel concierge, and a dedicated team that takes care of everything one could possibly need. It also provides a chauffeur-driven limousine to the airport lounge. Obviously, innovative luxury doesn't come cheap. For a one-way flight ticket from Sydney to Dubai, this innovative luxury travel, the Residence, charges around $23,000 one way. Etihad seeks service very sincerely for its first-class passengers, and its butlers are trained at the world-famous Savvy Hotel. Next, the element of process. Process refers to the procedures, mechanism, and course of activities that act as a channel for service delivery. It also includes tasks, schedules, and routines by which a product or service is delivered to the customer. Firms use service blueprinting to organize a service rendezvous and to allow more precise visualization of the service process. Example, blueprint of a coffee shop. And the final element in service, people. This element in the service refers to the firm's employees who are acknowledged as internal customers. Employees bodily represent the service and can be seen as an asset as well as a liability to the firm. From the customer's perspective, service employees are the face of the service organization, or I may say employees of the service firms are like walking billboards. Examples, doctors in the healthcare industry, cabin crew in the airline business, professors in the education realm. Types of service personnel, or I would say types of people in services. High contact personnel. They are needed when the physical presence and the communication of the customer with the employees is for a longer time frame. Example, hospitals and restaurants. Low contact personnel. They are required when the physical presence and the interaction with the customer is for a lesser time frame compared to high contact personnel. Example, telecom, customer care centers, post office, etc. Next up, skilled and professional. These include industry specialists who possess intrinsic knowledge about the industry they belong from. Example, doctors and lawyers. Next up, non-professionals. Individuals that carry out necessary but basic activities that don't need specialized professionals to carry it out. Example, courier delivery, waiters, etc. And the last, support personnel or non-contact employees. Employees that contribute to the delivery of the service without coming in contact with the customers. Example, pilot and chef. Now let's look at the example of how cabin crew are judged and rewarded. Skytrax World Airline Awards. In 2019, Singapore Airlines was voted as the world's best cabin crew by air travelers, followed by Garuda Indonesia taking the second place and the All Nippon Airways acquiring the third. The Best Airline Cabin Crew Awards acknowledge the best all-round performance of cabin staff for hard service, that is the technique and the efficiency, attention, etc., and soft characteristics, example, the staff enthusiasm, attitude, friendliness, and hospitality. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the 7 P's of marketing with a reference to service marketing. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.